Everyone's good people, but we don't want people that give us excuses. We don't want people that are lazy. We don't want people that are just gonna beat it, just do nothing. It does us no good to take someone's money that's not willing to do the work. See, a lot of you guys right there, you guys are like disagreeing with me because you're not here to change people's lives. You're here just to make money for yourself. Financial literacy is taught and trained, but most of us are illiterate when it comes to finances, or we're illiterate on how to make money. So you've got to go around people that are willing to teach you how to become financially literate. And you've got to change your belief, which is going to change your reality. And when you go through this cycle of changing your belief, everyone around you that believed the way you used to believe is going to tell you you are freaking crazy. Because one, you're leaving them and the mentality that they believe in, but two, you're protecting and rewriting your own personal constitution. We put people through a two-step call system. The first one's called a qualification call. That's where we go through a series of questions, making sure the person is qualified to be on the phone with us. They're able to invest in the academy based on what they're coming for. Because here's the deal, guys. We don't want to put people into the academy that aren't qualified. Everyone's good people, but we don't want people that give us excuses. We don't want people that are lazy. We don't want people that are just going to beat it, just do nothing. It does us no good to take someone's money that's not willing to do the work. See, a lot of you guys right there, you guys are like disagreeing with me because you're not here to change people's lives. You're here just to make money for yourself. But when you switch your thinking to help people and change people's life, they're going to feel that on the phone. Your closers are going to talk from that perspective, and you're going to get a different group of people showing up that become your clients, your students, etc. Now, after we do a qualification call, we do what's called a sales call, and then we sell the actual course. Now, let's back up and go through our process, how we get people confirmed for the qualification call, and then how we get people confirmed for the sales call. What I'm going to teach you right now separates my business from your business because I will outproduce you 10 times to 1, probably 100 to 1. And it's from this technique I'm going to teach you right now, and you're going to argue in your head that it's not this. I guarantee you it's this. And there's a couple more little things, but right now this is the biggest part. Here we go. If we have an appointment booked 2 days out, that's 48 hours out. First of all, what happens is we set up with our setters what's called the 1 hour dial schedule. 1 hour dial schedule means at 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, every half hour on the hour, they're going to call through their leads all the way up till 8:30, 9:30 at night. We get 10 to 12 dial sessions a day through our leads, 10 to 12 a day. And why do we do that? Because we want to get a yes or a no that the appointment is confirmed, yes or a no. So we get 10 or 12 dial sessions a day. Here's the first thing that people do when I teach this to their organizations. Geez, that's a lot of work. That is so, I wish I could say, that's fucking weak. If you're gonna 10x your business, you're gonna go from 100,000 a month to 1 million a month. Is that really a lot of work? No. But here's what it's doing. You're gonna get if you got 10 sales calls per closer booked every single day, and a closer's working 6 days a week, they got 60 sales calls a week. 60, got 10 a day times 6 days, right? 60 a week. What happens is with all of you and the big boys and girls out there, your setters are only dialing 1 to 3 times a day and leaving a pathetic voicemail, hoping and praying the lead's gonna call back. They're not gonna call you back, they're a lead. They're doing what they're supposed to. It's like dating a new chick. You gotta chase it down, right? I mean, come on. You gotta do the work. Now, I've heard, because I have a few people I really highly respect in the industry today. I gotta be very careful what I say here because I don't wanna sell any people out. I have a lot of people I love. And they were celebrating with their sales on YouTube. Their whole crew, they're like, hey guys, we got 25% appointment confirmations in the last week or 90 days or whatever. So that means for every 10 sales calls, 2.5 people were voice confirmed and showed up for the calls. 2.5 to 3 people. That's so pathetic. Guys, we get 10 people out of 10 showing up. Sometimes it's 9 out of 10. Did you hear what I said? If a closer has 10 sales calls booked, they're gonna get a minimum of 9, and almost 100% of the time, 10 out of 10 are showing up. Because we dial 10 to 12 times a day, getting a yes or a no voice confirmed. We have a script. We all read the same exact script. We do not change what we say. So all of our setters read the same script. Same script. So then what I do is I don't teach the what to. The what to is on the script. We're all reading the same script. That's the what. It's the how to read the script that I train. So how do you sound on the phone, right? The articulation, the tonality, the pausing, that sets up the certainty. All of this is what gets the lead to go from I'm gonna get a sales pitch to I like how I feel, and because I like how I feel, I'm gonna show up to the sales call. But here's the next thing that you guys I'm gonna blow your mind. We got the voice confirmation on the 48th hour. There's 2 more days. We got the 24-hour and the day of. We need a voice confirmation on the 24-hour, and we need a voice confirmation on the day of. 3 voice confirmations. A lot of you guys on the 48th hour get that voice confirmation, and you guys think it's confirmed, and the person doesn't show up, and you don't know what's going on, and you're just in a head spin, right? The closer now has a wasted hour. Your business is ineffective. It's not closing deals when no one shows up. If you don't get someone to show up, you're not making money. I'm a master at this. I'm a money-making machine here, guys. So you guys have got to get down what we're doing. The dial sessions once an hour. You got to get a voice confirmation every single day, because here's what happens. You're going to be at a 95 to 100% show-up ratio. If you only get 2 out of the 3, you're going to go down to 50%. If you only get 1 out of the 3, it's 20% show-up rate. There we are. Remember I told you guys that 20-25% that all these sales gurus, I just crack up when I hear these sales gurus out there trying to think they're a guru, and they're just teaching old school shit. It doesn't work. What worked 10 years ago doesn't work today. I've been doing this for 20 years. I did 2 billion. No one's ever been able to catch up with me. And I've just recently got on YouTube. I don't need to have your clout. I don't need you to tell me I'm good at what I do. My numbers speak for themselves. I don't need to get on Facebook and touch phone. on YouTube and do all this stuff to say, AP, you're a wonderful sales guy. I don't need you to tell me that. I already know I am. And I also know that for me to get better, I need to check myself in and get better. I'm not gonna talk about my 2 billion I did. I gotta do another 2 billion, so I gotta constantly continue to grow. I don't need you to tell me that I'm wonderful. What I'm telling you here is that this stuff works, and the stuff that you're hearing out there doesn't work. You guys are buying these guys' courses, or you're going to work in these people's sales rooms to try to become something, a 6-figure earner. There's a reason why there's only 2 big hitters in the phone room out of 50 people, because they're teaching you old school shit. This is like a McDonald's assembly line. See? I haven't even gotten to the other stuff yet. McDonald's, guess what? You walk in, you press a button, and the cheeseburger pops out. You press red, Coca-Cola comes out. You press green, Sprite comes out. 2 beeps means the fries are done, shake the salt twice. 15-year-olds can do that over and over and over again. That is my sales organization. I've got the digital sales line system of McDonald's, just like McDonald's has. I can take a granny, I can take a doctor, I can take anybody, dump truck driver, and I can make them a 6-figure producer. And if they want to do the work, I can move them on in to become a 7-figure producer. And I've done it. I got over 200 people that have become 7-figure earners in my career, 1,000 6-figure earners, and just a bazillion part-time earners. So what is it? It's that dial session. 10 hours a day, they dial through the leads. And they're gonna get between 10, 12 hours a day, someone to pick up the phone and say, yes, we leave 1 voicemail a day, 1 voicemail. not 5, 10, 15, 20. We're not here to harass. What we are here to do is leave a voicemail. The first dial session, leave a voicemail, because what we do is people might be screening their calls and they go, oh yeah, I remember doing that now. So the next time you call, they're gonna go, hello, because they didn't know who you were at first. Now, my Latino business does WhatsApp, doesn't matter, it's the same thing. Still do 10 dial sessions a day on WhatsApp. You take the voicemail script, we just copy the voicemail script, and instead of saying I'm calling you, say I'm messaging you, and you hit paste in WhatsApp. And the person goes, oh, yeah. So when you call them, they're like, oh, they'll respond back, oh, yeah. I'm just telling you what I've done and why I've beat everyone's ass out there in the marketplace. And we're just on the appointment confirmations right now. So our setters are getting these leads to show up for our closers. You get this done, everyone's gonna be making moolah. Next, number 2, have you noticed something? It's a system. It's a systematic approach. The same thing's happening. While I'm talking to you right now, people are checking in with me and saying, dial session's done, okay? Dial session's done. We use Skype. We have big Skype groups. Let me show you. Look at this. My setters are checking in right now. Look at all that. Setters are checking in. Look at this. They're all checking in. Dial session done. Once an hour, my setters put this out there. Dial session's done. We got a machine here, folks. We're not guessing or hoping or praying. We're getting it done. Now, my setters, by doing this over and over and over again, right, 10 to 12 hours a day, setting up their closer, because closers and setters work together. Guess what's going to happen? If they hit a 95% voicemail confirmation and they can stay there for 60 days, guess what they become? The closer. See, we're teaching people how to go to work, and they're getting paid. I got closers making $6,000 a month. I got setters just confirming appointments making $6,000 a month. Do you know how many people would die to make $6,000 a month that are out there pushing a shovel, driving a truck for $4,000 a month, driving an Uber? There's even people in the medical industry. There's paralegals that make $4,000 a month. They're not making $6,000. Guys, confirming appointments, it's easy. But see, by them doing the 10 to 12 hours a day of just confirming appointments, the same time, just once an hour, they're getting down how to read the script. And I'm going to teach you some things in a minute. And they're teaching you not only the how to read the script, but they're retraining themselves how to communicate. So when they're not reading a script, they start to learn how to re-engineer their mouth on when they do talk, how to be effective and how to be powerful. So when it comes time to say, hey, every day we're looking at the numbers, 80%, 85, 90, 95. When they get 95, 60 days in a row, because they're incentivized, they're going to closer. Now the closer's got someone who's in the hunt to become the setter in the hunt to become a closer. They're excited because now their stuff shows up. Just like in a restaurant, someone starts out as a cashier, they want to be what? Or a hostess, they want to go to a hostess, to a person taking the orders, and then they want to go waitress, and then they want to go to a bartender, and then they want to go to manager. Same thing. So now what our closers do is our closers have 2 calls. And what we have to do for our numbers is 50% of all of our qualification calls have to go to sales call. And if someone is down there at 18% or someone's down there at 30, then there's a reason for that with our closers. And the reason for that is our closers and our setters have got to do 30 minutes to an hour a day of reading personal development. I like everyone to watch and listen to Jim Rohn, and they've got to have, the highlighter, taking notes and doing all this type of stuff. This stuff has to happen, okay? Because what happens there is that their mind gets retrained. I'm gonna tell you something very deep right now that you guys are gonna a little bit hear, and you're gonna hopefully not get offended, but down the road, if you really listen to what I'm saying, it's gonna change your life. When you're born, whatever family you come from, you gotta think about this. What was their economic condition? Did they have any money? Did they not have any money? Most of us, including myself, are gonna say we didn't have a lot of money in my family. Well, guess what? Your mom and dad learned from their parents, your grandparents. Your grandparents learned from their parents, their great-grandparents. So the mentality and the belief structure, and the belief becomes the reality, is all passed down. You don't know any better. You're told the same thing. Oh, don't go outside without a coat. They don't realize that's not how you get a cold. It's just what we were told over and over and over. So then we tell our next generation the same thing. The point is that you've got to understand that financial literacy is taught and trained. But most of us are illiterate when it comes to finances, or we're illiterate on how to make money. So you've got to go around people that are willing to teach you how to become financially literate. And you've got to change your belief, which is going to change your reality. And when you go through this cycle of changing your belief, everyone around you that believed the way you used to believe is going to tell you you are freaking crazy. Because one, you're leaving them and the mentality that they believe in, but two, you're protecting and rewriting your own personal constitution. This is a little harsh. Someone said to me, how often do you go home to Seattle? And the answer is never. It's never. I love my family, but I don't want whatever comes out of their mouth in my subconscious brain. I protect my brain. Because what you become around, you become what you hang around. So if someone says, hey, you mother flower, and they think everything is, the glass is half empty, and it's like, well, I'm supposed to just hang out with them because it's my family. I think like that eventually. I'm not gonna do that. So I've kind of been a lone wolf. I'm the first person in my family to become a millionaire. I'm the first person to be worth over 10 mil, 100 mil. I'm the first person because I had to change my belief. I had to protect my subconscious brain moving forward. And I did that, and I isolated myself, and I put the personal development in, and I went to work on retraining myself. It's not that I don't love my family. They don't know any better. They don't know any better. They don't know their words hurt because it doesn't hurt them. They don't understand words. Remember I told you in the last podcast, words are more powerful than missiles. Right now, there's missiles flying over in the Middle East because some words got said. It's out of control. We're not going there, but the point is that you've got to get your mind wrapped around where you're going.